We built this house in 2020. It took us 11 months and we've been living in it for a year and a half, and we thought it was time to give you guys a proper tour. Hey guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Micah.
And we built this tiny house.
What do you have to say about it, Byron?
Welcome in our tiny house. Our tiny house is 288 square feet, including the loft. It's pretty spacious because we have really tall ceilings, so it doesn't feel crammed in here, which is what we wanted. We chose to do shiplap on the walls instead of drywall because when we move the tiny house, it won't crack like drywall will. So that's a really good point. Another thing that we really love is our pine tongue and groove ceiling. It just makes this space really charming and really cozy, so we love that look. And then we also chose laminate floors because they're waterproof and scratch proof, and we do have a big dog that gets really dirty. So these are really great to keep the floors looking really nice, and they're super easy to clean. So we're gonna start on this side of the tiny house. We have our living room, we have our couch that fits perfectly the width of our tiny house, and we have some storage underneath our couch. So we have two bins right here that we keep stuff in. And then we have some weights for exercise. And then we also have a printer because I use a printer a lot. So that's really great that it fits underneath here. And then we installed these shelves maybe 6 months into living here. It's just great to just add decoration. We also have a mini split here, which is great because it does air conditioning and heating. It really helps cool down the whole entire house and heat it up during the winter, which is perfect. We have 6 windows on the top. There's 4 in here and then 2 in the loft. And those windows are great because it creates airflow, but also it lets in a lot of light. So you definitely want a lot of windows in a tiny house because it makes it feel more open. Then we come over here and we have this desk. Micah and I sometimes work from home, so we definitely wanted a place where we could just sit and work on our computers. We have a big window that lets in a lot of light, which is nice. And then we have this shade that we can just pull down if there's too much sun, which is great because the sun sets right there. So this is where we spend most of our time. If you look behind you, we have a TV, so we can actually sit there and watch TV, which is great. We wanted to make sure that it felt really nice and open, so that's why we opted not to put a second loft on this side, just to make sure that it didn't feel crammed. So if you come on this side, we have our stairs. In our stairs we have storage. So if you look here, we have a drawer that's where we keep our dog's food and all of his stuff. Here is also storage. If you just lift it up, we keep some different things in there. And then we also do have a storage in the top stair. So these are really great to just keep things that you don't use every day. These stairs are a little bit higher than normal stairs, just to make sure that they weren't coming out too far, but once you get used to it, it's totally fine. And this is our kitchen. So our countertops are butcher blocks. We just did a fresh coat of beeswax and they look nice. We did open shelves just to keep the place really opened. We have a big sink in here, which we really love. And then we do have a 2-stove burner. Really simple, but we love it. And then we have a 24-inch oven, so it's smaller than usual ovens, but it works perfectly. Here is where we keep like all of our utensils, bowls, and plates. Can't even open them. Here is where we have our trash can that rolls out, which is a really cool feature. And we also have this that rolls out with all of like our supplements, vitamins, and then like cleaning products on the bottom. So this is a really great storage area right here. And this is my favorite feature of the tiny house. It's a spice rack. So you can see all the spices. They don't take a lot of room. And if you come on this side, Micah built this custom cabinetry so we could put pans in there and cutting boards, which is really great. And he also built this drawer. You actually have to open the door. So
there's a dog in there.
This is like one of the features that we noticed after the tiny house was built, but we actually have to open the door to open the oven and this drawer, but it doesn't really bother us. But this is like another drawer that Micah built, which is really great, gives us extra storage. So we do have a cabinet here that we put like our blender and like other stuff, and then on the top I put mason jars. So if you come on this side, we have our junk drawer. Everyone needs a junk drawer. So this is our junk drawer. This is where we keep all of our pots and pans. And then this was just kind of like an awkward little like space we had, but it fits a Instapot perfectly. So that's great. We keep our Instapot in there. This is just a big drawer with all of like our kitchen utensils and everything. This is our pantry with all of our food. And then this is another feature that's really cool. It's like a mini version of the spice racks, but for bigger things. And then we have a little shelf here where we put like water bottles and all that. And then here, we purposely built it to be able to have a coffee nook. So one thing, when Micah told me that he wanted to build a tiny house, I said, that's fine if I can buy an espresso machine at the end of it. So we actually built this coffee nook with this machine in mind, so it fits perfectly. And then in the back here, we put all of our coffee stuff. Yeah, we love our coffee nook. Over here we have our apartment size fridge, so it's a little bit smaller than a normal fridge, but it works great for us. And then Micah also built a custom drawer on the bottom, and that's where I keep all like Ziploc bags, and I have an extra burner if ever I needed 3 burners. And then we have another shelf up here where I put different glasses and then also mason jars on the top. And this is Micah's favorite feature of the house, is this big barn door. So we basically needed to have a barn door because it needed to slide behind the fridge. So we just bought this really heavy duty door from Home Depot, and we cut these little 1/4-inch slats to make this design, and it turned out really, really cool. So it's really heavy duty and noise proof, so that's nice. So we have a pretty large bathroom, but that's because we wanted to fit our closet in here and also a washing machine, which is really important for us, but we love the size of this bathroom. So this is our washer dryer combo, so it does wash and dry our laundry, which is really great because then we don't need like a stackable one and we can use this space for something else. We just have a little shelf here with like different kind of things that we use every day, and then we do hang our towels right here. This surface kind of ends up being like a dirty laundry pile, which is not great, but it's kind of nice to be able to fold our clothes also over. And then we do have a composting toilet here. This composting toilet is from Johnny Compost on Etsy. It's a great composting toilet. We absolutely love it. We've tried those expensive composting toilets. This is a fraction of the price and it works so much better. So I definitely recommend this composting toilet. We have a shade here, but we also have a blackout shade for when we take a shower. This is our shower. It looks really nice. We really like the Subway classic tile with the gold like vintage shower head. So it's a normal size shower, and yeah, it works great. And then if you come on this side, we have our little vanity, and we have our medicine cabinet that we put all of our toothbrushes and all of that. And on this side we have our big closet, which we love. So we keep all of our hanging clothes here. Micah has this side, I have that side. This dresser we split into also, so I have this side, Micah has that side. On this side we have our Dyson vacuum cleaner, which is a really great space for it, and then like different toilet stuff that we need. And then here we have our dirty laundry basket where we keep our shoes, and this is all my art stuff, and we have like extra storage in here. So yeah, it's a great big closet. Okay, now I'm going to show the loft and show you guys where we sleep. So this is our bedroom. We really like it. It's the perfect height because we can sit up in here. We do have 2 windows in here, which is really nice when we open them both because there's a cross breeze and it's just really nice when we sleep. We do have a queen size bed, and then we have space on the side, which Byron likes to sleep on the side even if it's like super squished. We bought this IKEA dresser, and we just put a piece of plywood on the other side to be able to attach the TV to, and then we can have all this storage for different kind of things. It's been really nice to have this extra storage up here. And Byron also likes to sleep right over here. We have a lot of space at the bottom of our bed, and he loves it, right Byron? But yeah, this is pretty much it for the inside of the tiny house. We absolutely love living in here. A lot of people, when they come and visit our tiny house, they say it actually feels bigger than it looks, just because the ceilings are so high and there's a lot of like natural lighting. So yeah, this is our little cozy home. Now we'll show you the outside.
So the first thing to really talk about on the outside of the house is the trailer. We bought the trailer from Tiny Home Builders and they were located in Florida. It is a 14,000 pound max capacity trailer on two 7,000 pound axles. So yeah, unlike other trailers, this is specifically for tiny houses, which ended up being a big help rather than trying to convert something into making it compatible. The building materials we went with, this is tough rib metal. On the roof is standing seam metal. On the roof, there are no screw holes, which was really important for us so that we could guarantee no leaks, and it was actually fairly simple to put together. And then as well as the metal, we also have cypress tongue and groove as an accent on the outside. Cypress is already naturally bug resistant and water resistant. And then on top of that, we sealed it with teak oil, which just kind of helps give it that extra oomph of protection. And then also gives it a great color. We have our RV hookup. This is a 50 amp service, one you would find at most RV hookups. You can hardwire this in, but we figured for the most ease of where we could put it, that was the simplest option for us. This is our utility closet. In here we store our tankless water heater and our electric panel. So we did go with a 100 amp electric panel just for fun, I guess. Just in case you wanted to add more things, you have that availability. This is a propane water heater. Our propane also services our stovetop. That was converted from natural gas to propane. And it's really simple. I think we run through a propane tank maybe one every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not that bad. And that's a 20-pound tank. All the plumbing is with PEX, so it's kind of up to date. And we've got shutoffs for both hot and cold, hot and main, I should say. We're on a well system here, so it comes through the ground and then just up through the bottom of the utility closet, and then it has a quick disconnect that's really easy to pop in wherever it is. Also, our exhaust for our bathroom comes out right up here. We're able to store some tools in there, anything we need, but we tend not to store too much in there. So over here, I added a little spigot just because, and we use it pretty often. So, works great. On the back side of the house here, you'll see we have our propane hookup. We always have an extra tank on hand because anytime we run out of propane, it just so happens to be one of us is in the shower. And then you can just quickly tie that in. Also, this is where our compost toilet exhausts so you don't get any fumes on the inside, which is nice. That's kind of the stigma behind compost toilets, that they stink, but this is running 24/7, so we don't get any smells. All of our drains are connected underneath the trailer, and then it's a French drain all the way out into the wilderness. Basically everything that we're putting down our drains is biodegradable. We make sure to use all green products and nothing toxic. Doing that, it's going down into the woods, and actually that's probably the greenest part of the woods. Is where it all comes out. But one of the last things that we added with the tiny house is just a simple little deck box. It's not the most organized, but it's kind of a catch-all for all of our outdoor tools or everything that we don't want inside. We just keep it in here. So nice little touch, easy out of the way, and it's waterproof. This is our mini split unit. It's been a really great unit for us. I mean, it heats the whole house, no problem. And yeah, this is just a standard old hookup right here, ball hitch. And then it even comes with emergency locks and stuff like that. One thing that we did add is this really tough trailer lock. Especially while we were building it, we really didn't want somebody to just pull up, hook it up, and then leave. So we definitely invested in a good trailer lock. Practically indestructible, so we've heard. Luckily, we've never had to prove that. So coming into this build, we didn't have a ton of building experience, but lucky for us, we had a lot of people there to mentor us and guide us, and one of those people being Tiny Homies out in California. And we ended up buying the plans for the house from them, and they were really there to guide us and kind of help us along the way, even from such a long distance. But one of the biggest challenges of building this house was actually trying to find where to put it. We had a couple different options and some of the things fell through, and it wasn't until maybe the last month or two that one of my friends reached out to us and said that we could lease his land, and that has just been great. So the space that we're on has been perfect for the house, perfect for our lifestyle, and we just couldn't be happier over the past year and a half to be able to enjoy our space in such a nice area.
We love living in our tiny house. It's just been the perfect little starter home for us, and we love it so much that we're actually converting an ambulance into another tiny house. So make sure to stick around to watch that because we're documenting the whole process, and I think that's something that you guys will enjoy. So make sure to subscribe and watch that. I'll link it down below. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed our tiny house tour as much as we enjoy our tiny house.